Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. We've got a perfect night for baseball on the show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Colorado Rockies. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set. And our pitcher in this game, Chase Silseth. And Chris, he's hoping for some better fortune moving forward.
Well, I'm looking to see if he can increase the amount of swings and misses and perhaps get more strikeouts, because hitters are batting over 300 against him, and that means guys are getting the barrel to the ball. Exit velocity's got to be pretty good when you have that kind of batting average, so he's going to have to find a way to do something different in this one.
Here's the Phillies DH, Bobby Witt Jr. Now it's belted deep to left, way out of here, home run. He wastes no time on this one, and they grab the lead. It's 1-0. That's his third straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. Oh, so much for settling into this game, Boog. No courtesy first pitch take right there. He was ready from the second he stepped into the box, got a pitch to hit, jumped all over it. I tell you what, that'll fire up the guys in your dugout.
Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. That one is hammered right field. Doyle going back, and it's caught just in front of the wall. And time now for the Phillies lineup. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these guys even during batting practice when it doesn't matter. They're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And that's a double. You know, you translate on base percentage, it's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life. One down. Adam Duvall at the plate. Sat out last night's game, but back in there today. Late on that fastball.
It's 0-1.
Man at second. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. A gigantic blast. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0. 2 pitches, 2 swings, that one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on a platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Elly de la Cruz. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
The Reds signed Elly in 2018, but it took a few years for him to stand out in their minor league system. In 2021, he went from an unranked prospect to a player on a fast track to the majors. Few scouts out there believe a growth spurt helped.
This one's into the outfield. Could be extra bases. Round second, digging for third. And he's got himself a triple. So man aboard at the plate, Pavin Smith. That one ripped. Bouchard makes the grab for the second out.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Here's the second baseman, Christopher Morel.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Just one hit in his last 5 games.
That one ripped left field. Into the bleachers and gone. So he goes yard to left. Their 3rd home run of the inning. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 5-zip.
He wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Christian Pache in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
Foul ball there. Offense exploding for 5 so far in the inning, and we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Liner to second and picked on the hop. The throw to first. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. And we're back. And our pitcher tonight, Spencer Turnbull. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, you know, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
Ball, take the base. Out. 3.
Back to the top of the lineup. And now the DH, Bobby Witt Jr. He's already homered here in this one. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. That one is absolutely belted back there. It bangs off the wall. Into second with a double, and they've got something brewing now.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A massive home run. It's his 8th home run of the year. It's 7-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Chase Silseth won't go any further tonight, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break. Peter Lambert will take over here.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Don't miss out. For information, stop by any stadium window.
So up next, Pete Crow Armstrong. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
And there's a fly ball deep right field. Bangs off the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. And he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
Man at second with one away. Here's the third baseman, Adam Duvall. He's already homered in this game. That one's in there, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Man at second. Lifted in the air, right center field. Bryant trying to get there. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Up next for Philadelphia, the pitcher, Elly de la Cruz.
Elly de la Cruz stands in for the Phillies. That one's in there. It's 0-1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
2 outs. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. 1 run across. Now around second, going for third. He's in there. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Two outs with a man at third. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Pavin Smith. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. That was blasted to the moon. Second home run of the inning for them. It's 10-1. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
So 2 down. Now here is Christopher Morel. Right through there for a strike. Morel in his 3rd season, hitting 7th in today's lineup, and they traded for him earlier this year. The Phils up big in this one here in the 2nd game of the series. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Bryant makes the catch, and that's the 3rd out. 2 homers in the inning and 5 runs on the scoreboard. Now to the bottom of the 2nd. It's the Phillies 10 and the Rockies 1. Bottom of the inning, and here's the first baseman, Elly Montero.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even
back here at Coors Field, on to the 3rd inning. Here's Christian Pache. And a pitch. Center field. Bryant has this one sized up. 1 down.
almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Here's the Phillies catcher. Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt. In the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even
So the Philly batting order turns over. Next is the designated hitter, Bobby Witt Jr.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
That's hard hit on the line. He makes the grab. Now a throw to first, and he won't get back in time. It's a double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Phillies 10 and the Rockies 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the center fielder, Chris Bryant. Back here in Denver, all set for the start of the inning. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. Lambert back to work. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Fernando Tatis Jr. signed by the White Sox 2015 for $700,000.
Yeah.
And then eventually moved in the James Shields trade in June of 2016. Tatis waits. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. It's hard to hit a baseball much better than that, and even a lot of professional hitters aren't able to reach an exit velo of 114 miles per hour. I'll tell you what, that's a very impressive swing of the bat.
And now, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Yeah!
There's the strike.
It's 0-1.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Throw is low, and he can't pick it.
Well, with a good arm behind the dish, it's definitely a roll of the dice here to try to steal second base. Man, he can zip it down there so quickly. That was a pretty good throw as well, but really good, clean, stolen base. He can be pretty proud of himself.
Tatis leads off second with nobody out. That one ripped right center field. That's back. Banks off the wall. The run comes in from second. It's 11-1.
Comes through with the RBI.
Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
Lucas Gilbert on to pitch out of the pen here. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. So a man aboard. Now the third baseman, Adam Duvall. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 13-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Elly De La Cruz now at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Fought off foul. Here's the 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The wind of the pitch. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And that one hops the wall. Around second now, going for three.
Well, most guys would have a double out of that, but for elite speed like his, that's an automatic double. He's thinking, how do I turn this into a triple? And that's exactly how you do it.
Pavin Smith stands in for the Phillies. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1.
In the air, center field has a beat on it. Makes the catch, and that should get the job done as he tags from third. He's in on the sacrifice fly, and it's 14-1. Christopher Morel stands in for the Phillies. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply.
When you have
a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. Christian Pache stands in for the Phillies. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. And in one hops the wall. Ball comes back to the infield quickly, and he holds it first with a 2-out single.
Up next for Philadelphia.
2 outs, runner at first. Here's the catcher.
Ricky.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Four runs already in the frame. Bobby Witt Jr. at the dish now. He committed to play for the University of Oklahoma, where his dad went before the Royals changed his mind.
He would have been the #1 overall pick in most drafts.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. This looks like extra bases, and that's going to roll to the wall. The run comes in to score from second, and they extend their lead. Safe at third with a triple, his 3rd hit of the day. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
The new pitcher in the game, Jake Bird.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
And dig in for Philadelphia. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Adam Duvall. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close. At the belt and fires. Right through there for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
And down on strikes. And there's one down.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
Elly de la Cruz, the next to hit. Smoked to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. And they add on. It's 18-3. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So 1 out, nobody on.
Ball 4, take the base. Ow! Ball 4, take your base. Ow! That's ball 4.
Now pitching for the Phillies, number 30, Austin.
First base. Ow.
So the lineup flips over. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Just a single short of the cycle. There goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. Throw. Save. That gets down, base hit. Throws to second, runner holds at third, so even with 2 outs, they didn't risk it. Some history here, and what a game he's had. Chris, you hit for the cycle, so you know what this is like.
It's a really cool thing to accomplish, especially when your team gets the W. And one thing that gets lost in this is that you had at least 4 hits in a ball game, and not a lot of guys can even say they did that in the course of their career.
Now the number 2 hitter, Fernando Tatis Jr.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Liner, and that should be extra bases. 1 run is in. Here comes Witt around third. Oh, the throw is over his head. Hung up in a rundown now, and they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left on. 7th inning stretch time. Phillies on top, 23-3. Back here at Coors Field, set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the 3rd baseman, Ryan McMahon.
Now pitching for the Rockies, number 26, Austin.
Ball 4, take the base.
When you win 5 in a row, the confidence just goes to another level, and you start to gain this momentum, and you think that you're never going to lose a game again because things are clicking up and down the lineup. Pitchers are pitching. The team is making the plays defensively. This is the kind of feeling, it's not going to last all season long, but you want to ride it as long as you possibly can, perhaps push it up to double digits.
Well, this one ends in a blowout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 3 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.